Hello, Sabrina. If you're listening to this, just a quick message to you. I'm live on my new internet. So, just testing. So, if you hear this and you're not doing anything, come in and say hi real quick. Okay. Hi, everybody. New internet. I'm on fiber now. I'm excited. And they just finished like 20 minutes to a half an hour ago installing. And I got everything switched over to the right passwords and all that good stuff. And I thought I'd test to see how long I can stay alive. Because here's the real test. Was it my previous internet or my equipment? And here we go. The guy that installed this looked at my computer, did everything for me, got me hooked up on all my devices for me. Because that is one thing I'm really not good at. And he said there should be no reason at all that I cannot stream on my HP All-in-One. So I said, well, I replaced the computer because it was too old, you know. And he says a lot of people do that and use their internet. That's much. And my computer, like he says, is not that very old. So he says it should be still good to go. And I don't got a lot used on it either. So what's new in my world? Well, not much actually. Scott and I bought a new Harley. No, new to us. We love it. Let's see. Do I got photos? Where are my photos? There she be. It's me and Scott's new ride. It's our pretty Dragonfly green. We named it Dragonfly. So that's kind of new. Let's see. Here's Scott and I. It also comes with a trailer. I was hoping to see a picture with the trailer. Let's see. I got a picture. There it is. So we also got a trailer with it. And that was a plus for us buying it, which is cool. We were on it all day yesterday. See, there's the trailer. So, the project I'm doing off when I'm not in here because I haven't been doing lives because of the fact of my internet sucking. I laugh because my little icon is now a computer that says I'm plugged in, so that's cool. But I got this right here. It's a popcorn machine. The neighbor was throwing it away. Well, I'm always looking for things to. Hello, Steph. To upcycle. So I got that. I brought it home because at first I was going to take the wheels off to make spinners for in my yard, and then Scott helped carry it home for it because it's just 2 pieces. And my other plan to use it for is I was going to put a bunch of at Halloween's, and I'm still may do it, a bunch of Dollar Tree skulls in it, and then take a hand coming from the top down like a claw, like one of those machines you see in the stores, like a claw machine, and put some lights in it with like some snakes and everything in there too for a Halloween prom. And I still can do it actually, as I'm making it into a little free library and free art. And Scott and I took it all apart. Oops, get off that. What did I touch? So Scott and I took it all apart And see, that's what it looks like up close. We put a shelf inside of it. We sealed it up real good so no water gets open or in it. It has this door that opens on the bottom. Oh, and I made that. I did a video on it. And it's going to be in my free art and free library for my front yard. I thought it was kind of novelty. So, it's pretty cool. But that's all that's new. So, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I want to make some art for my library. And I'm going to do some more paint pours today. I have to check the weather. And that's what I use this for. But I got to prime the things that I use. And I do that outside. So go across. Like so. This time I won't be doing a mosaic in a frame. These are actually making two little art magnets. So. But I'm happy so far. Just the speed difference when I was hooking up everything to my devices. That was so much faster. And there was no lag. So, and I got a booster thing that's behind my computer. That should help me stream better as well, he said. He said I shouldn't really need it, but I said I don't want to take no chances because I'm done calling people out here. I said for my internet. So usually after I'm done, I take them out. I got this one stuck. There we go. Okay, there we go. See, I'll get my primer. See, I got this little thing. There we go. Excuse me. So all my primer is this stuff I got in my house for all surfaces. It's gray. that I didn't care. So what's everybody doing today? I don't even know what our weather is going to be like today. I didn't even look because TDS was here at. The appointment was between 8 and why do I got that? I'll have to check in it later. Um, um, and 10, and they were here at 5 after 8. I was barely dressed because Scott forgot to wake me up. Or actually, when I said, "You forgot to wake me," he goes, "I literally just got up." So we both kind of slept in. So I just do a quick once coat, and then I let it dry, and then I'll do another coat, and then I paint pour. And I go one direction, and then I go another direction. It don't matter to me. I'm trying to use what's off the lid. Oh, got Ucky Pete there. All right. So that's the intentions for this week, is to make some little art pieces to put in my little free art. And these are going to be magnets. And then I'm going to make some bookmarks. And who knows, maybe some little notebooks. Just little art things. Maybe some painted rocks. I don't. Just little things. Nothing major. Maybe I want to get little canvases like this big. So far, 14 minutes and 49 seconds without interruption is a good thing. Knock on wood. Because last week I lasted 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and it booted me off. So then I started doing, I actually lasted 45 minutes. I didn't push it. So I'm going to try to make it for at least half an hour today. Because I think female comes on I'm so far behind on everything. Let's see. Notifications. Okay, my phone. You know, when you have so many devices. Oh wow. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, right here though. Okay, Bima uploaded 2, 3. Does Bima come on today? Let's go to her channel. She uploaded 2 videos. Bima's got the corner. I'm gonna go to her channel. Boom. I don't have any like notification. But okay, let's visit community. Videos waiting to be on the okay. Monthly sales since every message channel at the date. Okay, July. Today is the 21st. Art therapy. Okay. And that's August. Simple Ultra Playing Card. Art therapy. I don't think she goes live today. I don't remember. Hi, Sabrina. I don't remember if Bima goes live today or not. So, I don't remember. So, I got my new internet. Woohoo! So, and I got a box in my craft room behind my computer that it's supposed to also help me. He doesn't think I need it, but he put it in there for me anyways. I don't think so. Okay. I couldn't remember. I'm so far behind on her schedule. And now, you know that top fan thing, the numbers? I didn't have that last week when I went live. It showed up in the chat, but at the top, where I'd say, like I'm on your stream, it says live chat, goal plus, and then it says top fans. I didn't have that last week. I had it in the chat because I asked Bima I'm like, what is with these crowns? I didn't even have that. Yeah. So right now I'm working on the little ceramic tiles. Jesus. Use your words. They look like this. So last week I did one. I'll show you a picture. I have a video up. And it was going to be, because I'm doing that little free library and free art, I was going to make little magnets. I was on them. Except I walked over and showed my friend, because I put them in my neighbor got me all that stuff. So I went over to show her after I had them done last week. See how I paint poured on them. And I put them in this door frame. That's a like cupboard door that this lady had. And Jackie fell in love with it. And after I put them, because this is the paint pour tray, I thought, you know what? It was perfect because it had this lip. So I was taking them out and just putting them in a door frame to just have them set somewhere in my craft room and I'd pick one up and deck, because I was going to add something on top of each little square. So I just put them in the door frame that was sitting here, cupboard door frame. And I thought, God, wouldn't that make a cool tray? Buy 2 handles, put it on each side. And then I walked over and showed Jackie what I did with the tiles. And she goes, oh my God, I love that. Can you make me one of them? I want to hang it on my wall. So I did. That's the first one. This is how she chose to hang it. This is my second round. I gave her the first one on the very first one, because she's the one that thought of me when her friend was getting rid of all this stuff. So that's the way she chose to hang it, instead of the other way, the long way, this way. She chose to hang it this way. And Scott put little hooks so she can hang it. So today I wanted to do some more, and I'm just priming them right now. And then I'll paint pour on them again. And I will be doing little art pieces and making them a magnet. is my intention. So that's what I'm working on. I'm just priming them. And this is just everyday house primer that I had. It's great. I didn't care because I was like using what I had. I wasn't worrying too much. So I'm just priming them. That's all I'm doing. And seeing how long I can stay on until I get booted. And so far, I've had nothing. Nada. No, nada. Nothing. Not a buffering. Not a nothing. But I did find out something I was happy about. Because, see, when I would do a speed test on my Spectrum, I would hook up to wherever their main source, internet, whatever thing in between Michigan and Illinois. Server. There we go. Here with TDS, I'm hooking up to a server right here in Brown County, the county I live in. And it's fiber. So that's pretty cool. So, because I said to the guy that was hooking me up, I was telling him he used to work for Spectrum. And I should have not had. I mean, he know like he said, you are in an older home, and sometimes the walls it will interfere. But if that was the case, they should have put a boosters throughout your house that would have helped with your internet. I'm like, I asked that because I said a friend of mine told me about that. Matter of fact, Sabrina. And I said, nope, they told me I had to go buy it. He says, no, they have that equipment. These people, they just didn't want to do it. Yeah. That's all that was, is how he said. That's what it was. He goes, they just didn't want to take the time to go, because they'd have to go through the house and do, He moved my box. My box is now not in the office. It's in the living room. That's another thing. He says, because I said to him, I asked them to move my box into my craft room. They wouldn't do it. He says they're supposed to move it where you would like it in your house. We do suggest spots, but if you thought, well, can't you move it into this? He goes, there would have been nothing to move that box into your craft space. He goes, and it probably would have improved your internet, at least when you went streaming. Well, now it's in the living room, and then I have the booster in here. And if Scott thinks he needs one upstairs, they will bring one out immediately. But he didn't think we needed one upstairs, because when he walked around with his device and I was following him with my tablet, we were having awesome. So, but if we do, he's like, just let us know and we'll come out and give you a booster for upstairs. I call it a booster. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what I'm calling it. Sorry, I'm tapping my primer close. That's good. All right. So that's all I'm working on. So I'm gonna do a bunch of little free arts, maybe some cards, something simple to put out in my little library that I'm doing. It's almost done. We just have to find it. It's missing a leg, so Scott's gonna look and see if we got one. It's one of those little screw things that are at the end, if he doesn't have one, he's just gonna make something so it's balanced. Because right now I got a piece of wood holding it so it stays even. When we were working on it, and So we have to, that's the only thing he's really got to look in. And Diamond tomorrow's bringing me in some kids' books. And my neighbor said she'll bring me down some adult books. So I better get on some art to put in there as well. Oh, I am going to put 3 little library things on it. And I have a spot. And this, I have to get, probably, I'm going to look, but if I have to get some, I'll order some or something. It's on, hang on. Right here. You see that open spot right there? That spot right there? That's a little drawer that goes in and out. We didn't glue that in. I wanted it left because Scott was going to glue it in. And I'm like, no. I have plans for that. I'm going to put pencils, erasers, maybe some little, like I got these little little play frogs. Oops. That I was given. A little spider, novelty things. I thought I'd put them in there just for kids. And I thought, I just have to, I know I thought I had pencils somewhere and I don't know. I may have gave them to Ashley, then teacher next door. But I'll figure something out to put in there. So, yeah, Spectrum made me, I bought this because they told me to buy this to help me. Yeah, waste of money. It won't take long for this primer to dry. Plus, it helps when I'm drying it. When I was doing it outside, it was the other day when it was really warm out. It took seconds. All right. So, let me move this out of there. Put that away. I got to kind of see. My grandchildren were here, granddaughters were here this weekend, and they got stuff that they didn't put away in my way right now. I love them children dearly, but once, well, the thing is I was like, let's go. And it's like, hey, give them a few seconds. She's always in a rush when she wants to leave. So half the time, I don't even make it to my craft room to see if they put everything away. And they didn't. So then I'm left doing it. And that's how it was when they were here Saturday. Let's go. Okay. There we go. So, I have my paint pouring kit here that I won. Actually, I bought it. I bought something from Defy. It was supposed to be a mixed media kit. And they went this road instead and sent me a paint pouring kit. This is fine. I don't care. So, and I have some extra paint pouring bottles that I've had that I'm trying to use up also. So we're going to probably start with them. All right. Oh. It came with a nice canvas, though. But I'm not using that for that paint pouring. It's still in this in the box. Yep, thank you, grandchildren. Oh my Lord. Well, you know what? This is going to be a project today. I'll make some little necklaces, as long as it has to unload on me. Hell did that happen? I have no idea. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. So in the kit, it came with like this maroon, this like soft pink, this off-colored white, and this turquoise. And then it came with the oil, of course. But I'm gonna do 2 cups. You'll see why. First of all, cups are so. I'm going to put, and then this one is so thick that I gotta. I did it differently. Look at that. Paint pouring. I forgot to grab it. Okay. I got my Floetrol out because I had to, on the first batch I did outside, I was like, yeah, I should have put Floetrol. So I'm just going to put a little drop in the white. I'm going to stir that in the cup right away. I meant to do it separate. You'll see why. Still really thick. Okay, that's better consistency. There we go. Whoa. These cups are really flimsy. I came with this kit. Okay, there we go. Now, so with these colors, I learned from the doing it. Oops, way too much. Now, okay, doing it outside with this one from the kit. Like I said, they were so thick they weren't moving. So, like this. So make this book. Then this one came broke, so I left it sealed from paint inside. All right, now we're just gonna stir this in slowly to get that a little thinner. See, that's so thick. Oh, there, it's getting better though. 'Cause you want it to not be thick. Yeah, that'll work. Same thing with that. Put that right there. And then this one. I love this red on this. Boom. All right. Now, there we go. That should be good. I'm trying to get as much off that as I can. Oh, there we go. Looks good. Let's do that to this one too. Cool. Okay. So, there we go. I ain't worried about the splatter on there. Let's start with the red kind of tone. I'm just going to go around. And then blue. I may have not did enough either. That's all right. It's all good in my book. Because I forgot to do a white with Voltro. So bear with me here. That's all right. It'll settle more. Whoa. It'll definitely flow because I put a lot in this. Add some in there. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing, but it turns out. Okay, let's stir this here. All right, there we go. Now we're going to do some white. I'm going to do red again. And I'm just going to bring that like that. Yeah, I probably may not got enough to cover, but we'll see. Put that one right there. There. And let's see, what color do I got a lot over here of? I know there is one that I got a lot of, I thought. Ooh, maybe not. Oh. Let's add a little bit of yellow. This one, we'll go like yellow. Okay. All right, now we're going to add white again. Put that right there. And we're going to add.
I gotta gotta go, baby.
All right, I love you. Have a good day. I'm going to do something real quick. Because actually, I'm going to wait. We're just going to take a popsicle stick and I'm just going to cross, bring up, cross, bring up, cross, bring up, cross, bring up, cross, bring up. And I'm just going to lay that over here just a drip. And I'm going to just let this sit right here for now. And then we're going to move on here. Now, these are some paint pour I've had for a while. But I'm just going to put a little Floetrol in the bottle because I'm just trying to use what's up in it. Okay. I'm going to reseal it. And I'm going to just go like this. Move these around a little bit. Let's go there. Yeah. Oh. I'm going to do that. I got 6 colors over here. Yep, 6. So we're just going to do this a little bit in each one and just shake. And then the fun part. So that kind of, it's hard to see that in there, but it'll look cool when it pours. Oh. I'll have to get some Floetrol. It's almost empty. I don't use this that one year I kept on trying and get better at doing the paint pouring. So I went through a lot of the Floetrol. It's almost empty. But I bet you I've had this 5 years. So. And I've actually used it in my own paints in projects other than paint pouring. So. One more color to shake. All right, close it up. All right. So let's give this a good little stir. Looks good. As you can tell, I'm not neat. We're going to start with a darker blue. This blue. And I'm just going to put it in there. And then let's go pink. And then let's go yellow. Let's do a black. And then we're going to go green. Red. Okay. Yellow. And I'm just going to put a little gob of white on top. I know I don't have Floetrol, but that's all right. We'll just work with it. Just to kind of add a little bit. The thing is, you don't need actually pouring paint to do this. I've done it with just regular paint. So that one's empty. Let's do red. Empty. That's what I want. I'm going to actually add some black over here. Empty. Yellow. Awesome. And green. Ooh, I think I got more green than any of them. So we'll add some green there. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, on this side, I am going to grab this. And look at how that looks. Oh, got to stop. I'll put some oil in there. I probably used too much oil, but oh well, no biggie. Plus, I forgot a step when I was doing those other things. I forgot to take the heat thing, which is above my cupboard, in my kitchen to get the air bubbles out. I forgot that step last time. So we're just going to put that like that. And I'm just going to let that sit a little bit. And I'm going to just tip these over. These are done. Ooh, there's more pink in there than I thought, but that's all right. It just adds to it. Let's move that right there. And the red. So I'll just let them settle. We're going to move this off that. Let's put that right there. There's not much coming out of these anymore. Yeah, there's nothing. And we're good. That up. Good. That up. Good. This would be cool just as a painting on the wall. Good enough. Let's see. A little bit extra in the blue. So let's tap. It's all right. Okay. Here's the fun part. Here's my cup. I'm going to just do this one more time. Boom, boom, lift. Boom, lift. Boom, lift. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to, same thing here. I'm just going to doom, doom, doom. Tap. I probably don't do it like anybody else. I'm like totally doing my own thing. Because I'll be honest, It's not my favorite thing. Because I don't like wasted paint. And so much of this gets wasted doing paint pours. That sometimes when if I did do, I'd do it. I have this rack that used to be in a cooler. I'd set that, and then I'd set some canvas or paper underneath, so when the paint pour went over, I'd get this cool look. Look at that. This is the fun part. In my opinion, this is the most fun part of the whole process. And is trying to get color in every nook and cranny. Oops. There we go. Ooh, clump. I got a clump. I don't know how I got a clump, but I got a clump. I like how this looks up there. Really cool. I'm gonna tap. Cells are looking awesome. I don't see a lot of air, but I'm going to go get that. Wait a second, is that a clump? Oh, okay. I don't even know if it's got any fluid in it, so I may not be able to use it. But this is recommended. Yep. Just if there's any air bubbles, it's supposed to help. I never can tell. I just do it real quick. Good enough for me. So what I'll do is I'll just let this sit for a while, and then I'll take a popsicle stick and I'll come at the end and I'll slowly pick it up like this and put it somewhere to dry by itself. And outside, it took less than an hour and a half to let this dry, which I'm going to go stew. I just did this on camera for you guys. But what I'll do is I'll let this sit here for now. I'll go set up my outdoor sawhorses in my board. And then I'll carry this out and I'll put them all on that and let them dry naturally in the wind in the nice hot weather. But man, can you imagine this in this frame for keeps? Because I really like how this top looks, and I even like how that turned out and that turned out. And they're going to become little magnets. I may, depending on how they dry, I may just leave them the way they are, paint the back, and put a magnet on them and call them done, without adding like another little, like a butterfly or something. And I'll determine that once they're fully dry, because they may just be little, like I said, just little square art pieces. Put a few in at a time. Oh, excuse me. But look at that right there. That's from that oil that I put in. That gets that effect. That like cell, they call them. I mean, I got some. And also, if you want, you can take one of those Tim Holtz balls and squeeze it and blow this around, or a straw. Or if you have a heat gun, you can kind of get it sometimes to move. I've seen them do that. But, or hair dryer works the best, in my opinion. Not my heat gun, hair dryer. A straw you can blow in and get it to move. But this frame thing that she actually had, I got this given to me. See, you can kind of still move it a little bit if you wanted to, which I really don't want to. I don't see any reason to move it. Just let it do its thing. And let it dry. But I've been on here an hour with it, no problems at all. Not one buffering, which may occur, but I have a thing they offered supposed to help with that. Cost me $1. I got protection too for all that viruses, people trying to steal my identity and my credit, which I really don't have a lot of credit because it's got like save up and pay cash for everything. Because my father-in-law didn't trust. It's weird. I don't get it, but Scott's parents really didn't trust banks. And you can tell that kind of reflects on my husband. So, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, still my identity theft. That's a protection because none of my devices had anti-whatever. So I got that. I only paid $2 for it. For a whole year, I ain't going to complain. So, that's all right. See, sometimes I look like, see this little pink dot right there? I can't know if you guys can see that. Let me hold this up. See that little pink dot right there? I don't know if that's this. I really want to pop it. But it looks so cool, so I'm just going to leave it. But I don't know if it's a clump. That's the whole thing. So the only way I can probably see is kind of... Nope, not a clump. There we go. That is so cool. I'm just going to leave it. It adds character. I think it turned out really cool. I like the darker here. And then the lighter here. And then the blues and greens and blacks up there turned out really cool looking. So I'm happy with it. So I've been on here an hour. I'm going to call it a day because like I said, I'm going to go set this up. I have 2 sawhorses that are loaded with all different color paints from me using it. And I have a piece of board that's probably about a little bit bigger than this width. Not much. It's long. It fits to between 2 sawhorses that's got layers of paint on, spray paint, everyday paint, paint pour, you name it. It's on it. And I'll put them that out. I'll take these, like I said, I'll let this settle a little bit more, and then I'll take them outside and I'll individually take these out of this. And then I usually, what I do, if there's any paint left inside of this, I try to take and I'll lay them the opposite way and pick up the paint if I can with some of these, just to see. Sometimes it gets muddy. Sometimes it's okay, because there's a lot on this end, right here in between, that I may be able to get another look, and I'll just dip, and that'll all be done outside. And then I'll let them dry real good, and then I clear coat them. And right now I'm out of the spray, but I have some stuff I can use otherwise in the you can use Mod Podge to clear them, coat them. I have some high gloss. I have mediums I could put on these to just seal them. But that's all I got, guys. I'm going to change the title of this. So I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys for coming in and letting me know. Now that my internet's back, or I got better internet, my goal is to start going live more often and get back on things. So, because my YouTube channel has been very neglected by this, because it's very frustrating when you can't stay live. So we're going to try to get back in a routine again. This looks like Saturn. There's one in here that's got, I don't know if you guys can see it. This is what it reminds me of. Not Saturn. One of the moons. See that little orange one right there? It's got yellow on both sides and orange right there. Doesn't it look like a planet? I was talking that tiny one next to the black one. Ooh. All right. These are so cool. So I will talk to you later. As always, be happy, be kind, be safe, be funny, be crafty, and bye for now. Bye, Sabrina. We'll catch up later if you're not doing anything. Boom.